What's going on, Flex On family? It's your boy BKD, the host of the Moist back here on the Flex On Podcast YouTube channel. Thank you for joining for another Baltimore Ravens position preview 2022. You know what to do. Hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that bell for all notifications, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button. Join the hottest and best and acknowledges the family, the Flex Zone family here on YouTube. Only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. Hit that subscribe button and let me know your thoughts down below on the Baltimore Ravens 2022 position previews as we take a look at probably my most exciting position to look at is defensive backs. Probably the deepest roster in the league at that position. Let me know. Follow us at the Flex Zone 1 on Twitter and Instagram and at TikTok, the Flex Zone Podcast. Appreciate you. And of course, you can donate. Hashtag the Flex Zone 1. But let's not waste no more time. Let's get into these defensive backs. A lot of great things to talk about here. Injuries obviously riddled this team last year. Marcus Peters got hurt. Deshaun Elliott was here. He battled some injuries, but Marcus Peters will be back. Will he play week one? I don't know. But we got Marcus Peters. Just looking at it. Marcus Peters, Kyle Hamilton, Marcus Williams, Marlon Humphrey, Brandon Stevens. It's just crazy. We got Kyle Fuller. I didn't even mention him. He's in there. You got Tony Jefferson still there. Jalen Amore Davis out of Alabama. Geno Stone. Darius Washington. Will we see anything from Iman Marshall? Brandon Stevens did good last year. Kevon Seymour, as I mentioned. Chuck Clark, Geno Stone, just a lot of guys to name. And Marcus Peters, he's the leader of this defensive backfield. His presence was definitely missed last season. His leadership on and off the field and just the dog that he plays with. I'm hoping he's going to be healthy. Him and Gus Edwards got hurt the same day. I'm expecting Marcus Peters to be ready relatively close to week one. If he doesn't play week one, I can see him maybe missing a couple games, but he's going to be back real soon. So you throw Marcus Peters in there. You get Marlon Humphrey, who had a bit of a down year last year, got hurt, was out of position a lot. Put him back in his normal right cornerback position. You got Marcus Williams just signed a free agency. And boy, the Ravens weren't done then. They draft Kyle Hamilton in the first round. 2 home runs right there. Chuck Clark is still there. We don't know how long, but I think he plays this season, and this is his last as a Raven. Brandon Stevens impressed the hell out of me last season. Yes, he did struggle at times as a rookie, but his ability to play press man coverage, make big plays with his ability to tackle. Yes, he needs to work on his ball skills, his instincts, and awareness, but I think he is a former running back, so it's still taking him time. But I think Brandon Stevens has a lot of upside and is a versatile piece. I talked about the inside linebackers recently. He could play inside linebacker. They could use him on downs to cover tight ends and receivers out of the backfield and running backs and receivers in the slot, Brandon Stevens can play inside. You got Chuck Clark. We know what he did last year, had a hell of a season, his best season as a pro. Jalen Amore Davis, yes, he's a rookie, but I like his upside. I think he has some potential to grow into a starting corner in the NFL. Kyle Fuller, a great veteran, I think who will help this team tremendously. A very underrated signing, and I like because if you go through our three wide receivers, we can go three corners: Peters, Humphrey, Fuller. You could put Hamilton in the slot at corner. You could put Hamilton at linebacker. You could put Hamilton at strong safety. You could put him at free safety. You can move Marcus Williams to strong safety, put him at linebacker, have him at corner and the slot if need be. Brandon Stevens can play corner. He can play free safety. He can play strong safety. He can play linebacker. Chuck Clark can play some linebacker. He can play safety, strong safety. Humphrey, you can move him inside. You can move him outside. Fuller, you can move him inside. You can move him outside. I don't know what Geno Stone, if he's going to make the team, Tony Jefferson, he probably will make the team just because of veteran leadership and his ability to move inside and outside at safety position. Demarion Williams, I forgot about him out of Houston. Drafted him. I like his upside. He's a small corner, but he can help on special teams. He's got speed. He could be somebody to keep an eye on as well. Don't know much about David Vereen. Darius Washington is injured. Kevon Seymour wasn't too high on him last season, so I could see a situation where Williams takes Seymour's spot. But Seymour, he had some experience last season he played. So we could see something from him. Like I said, Tony Jefferson came back last year and played pretty decent down the stretch run. Geno Stone made a couple plays, had some interceptions. And you look at it, you got Peters, Hamilton, Williams, Humphrey, Seymour, Stevens, Clark, Amore Davis, Geno Stone, Tony Jefferson, Kyle Fuller. That's 11 deep. Now, all of these guys won't make the team. I don't know, David Vereen, or Darius Washington. I don't even know if Geno Stone will make the team. It'll probably come down to him or Tony Jefferson. One of them won't make it. Robert Jackson, I don't know if he makes the team. Kyle Fuller, I think, makes the team. Seymour, maybe a bubble guy as well. Brandon Stevens makes the team. Chuck Clark makes the team. But this could be the deepest position group in the NFL as far as defensive backs with Peters. We know what he's going to do. Kyle Hamilton could be a long shot, but he could be a dark horse for rookie of the season, rookie of the year on defense because he could get you picks, sacks, forced fumbles, recover some fumbles, get you some defensive touchdowns, block a punt. Who knows? He could do it all. He's a chess piece that you can move all around the board and be successful with. Marcus Williams, one of the most underrated safeties in the league. If you want to say he's a top 5 safety in the league, I would not argue with you because he is, in my opinion. Marlon Humphrey, still one of the best corners in the league. I think will have a bounce back season, having Marcus Peters, his running mate, with him. Now, could this be Marcus Peters' last season with the Ravens? Possibly. But they're going all in as EDC does, builds the defense from back to front, defensive back heavy, taking Marcus Peters, got Marlon Humphrey, taking Kyle Hamilton in the first round, paying big money for Marcus Williams, as we've seen him do with safeties in the past with Earl Thomas. You got Chuck Clark still there. He'll play this season, I think. Brandon Stevens taking another step. Tony Jefferson for veteran leadership. And I think Kyle Fuller still has a good amount left in the tank as well. This is definitely deepest position group. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. I'm expecting a big year from this defensive backfield. Now, if they could just get some semblance of a pass rush, this defensive backfield, and if they stay healthy, I think they can make a lot of plays and make a lot of Ravens fans happy with the ability to get interceptions, force fumbles, make plays in the backfield on blitzing out the corner position, the slot position, playing center field. We got Kyle Hamilton and Marcus Williams. Two guys will do that incredibly well. Marcus Peters, we know he's a dog getting interceptions and returning for touchdowns. Marlon Humphrey can mix it up with the best of them. Brandon Stevens makes plays, I think, as well as anybody did last season on his defensive backfield. Chuck Clark showed he can get some interceptions, come up, play in the box. It is going to be exciting to watch this defensive backfield, especially in training camp, to see how they do battling it out with Marcus Peters' injury. Is he ready for week 1? If not, who steps in to start across from Marlon Humphreys? Probably Kyle Fuller. What do we make out of the rookies? Jalen Davis. Do we see something from Demarion Williams? Iman Marshall, does he make the team? David Vereen, Geno Stone, now Darius Washington, Kayvon Seymour, does he take a step and show that he has something left in the tank after playing last season and making another jump to play even better this year? Mike McDonald has a very good luxury he's coming into with this defensive backfield, with the depth, with if injuries do occur, with the ability to move guys inside, outside, move them all around the defense, have them play in different positions, but also not be uncomfortable in those positions as well. Communication was a big part of the defensive lapses we saw this past season, and I think that communication will be better just having Marcus Peters back. I think Kyle Hamilton could be a prospect to wear the green dot at some point. Marcus Williams could wear the green dot, and I think it could be a situation where you have two very, very good safeties, as good as the safety tandem there is in the league. And if you want to throw Clark in there and Stevens, those four at safety, you're pretty set, in my opinion. Then Peters, Humphrey, Kyle Fuller, Jalen Davis, Seymour, Williams, whoever else you want to throw in there, corner. This defensive backfield has a lot of depth, a lot of pieces that they can use to really confuse offenses and move guys inside and outside. As I mentioned, Queen and Bynes and Malik Harrison have struggled in coverage at times. You can move a Kyle Hamilton. You can move a Chuck Clark. You can move a Brandon Stevens, Marcus Williams. You can move Peters inside if need be, Jalen Davis. You can move guys all around. Tony Jefferson, can't forget about him. Kyle Fuller. It's a lot of different chess pieces, and Mike McDonald has a lot of chess pieces he can move around on the board, take advantage of some of the mismatches he can create. A lot of speed, a lot of guys who can play center field, some guys who can come up and make some big tackles as well. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this defensive backfield can bring. Hopefully, Marcus Peters is back soon. I'm looking forward to him having a good bounce back season. I love the signing of Kyle Fuller. This defensive backfield is going to be deep, man. It's going to be interesting to see who makes the team and who doesn't, who gets demoted to practice squad possibly, or who is cut. As you can't keep everybody, but it's a good problem to have. Competition breeds greatness. Greatness breeds deepness with his ability to move guys on in the defensive backfield and with the defensive backs that they do have on this roster. And Kyle Hamilton, I mean, he was the best safety in the draft, one of the best safety prospects we've seen in years. I definitely am excited to see what this defensive backfield creates. Do they create a lot of turnovers? Do they get some takeaways? I think so. And like I said, if they can just get some semblance of a pass rush from something on the front seven, they're going to create a lot of opportunities for takeaways and turnovers on this defense. And I'm excited for Mike McDonald. I think will do well with his strength, which is the defensive backfield. I think the deepest potentially in the NFL. Let me know, Flex Zone family, what you think about the Baltimore Ravens defensive backfield. What you're looking forward to seeing as far as Kyle Hamilton in his rookie season. What are you looking forward to seeing after signing Marcus Williams? What are you looking forward to seeing from Kyle Fuller? Marlon Humphrey, does he have a bounce back season? Marcus Peters, when does he come back from injuries? Jalen Davis from Alabama. Demarion Williams. Brandon Stevens. I'm loving what I've seen out of Stevens. Think he has a big upside. Kayvon Seymour. Hey, do any of these other guys I'm not talking about, Geno Stone, David Vereen, make the team? Tony Jefferson, what are you expecting to see from him? A lot of depth, a lot of names to talk about. I could be here all day talking about the defensive backfield. Probably the deepest in the NFL, probably the best group in the NFL. And let me know in the comments what you think about it. What are you looking forward to seeing? Who's your breakout player? What are you looking forward to seeing from Kyle Hamilton, Marcus Williams, and others here on the Flex Zone Podcast YouTube channel? Only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. Very excited to see this defensive backfield. Probably the best depth-wise and position versatility-wise in Ravens history, in my opinion. And if Kyle Hamilton and Marcus Williams live up to their billing and Peters comes back from injury, Humphrey plays the way we know he can, adding Kyle Fuller, Chuck Clark, Brandon Stevens taking the next step, some of the rookies, Jalen Davis, Demarion Williams, it could be a nightmare for opposing offenses trying to throw the football. I'm getting out of here, y'all. Follow at the Flex Zone 1, Flex Zone Podcast on TikTok. Subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace. Can't wait to see these DBs, y'all.